Welcome to episode 25 of Lucy and Puck. Today is the very last day that little Allie here will be a toddler. For at 6 o'clock in the evening, she will be able to turn into a child. So, tonight is going to be her birthday party. So, it's the very last day that Lucy and Puck will have to deal with screaming little kids, because after this they'll pretty much be old enough to look after themselves. But for now, Puck has to attend to his daughter's needs and hopefully get her aspiration meter up a little bit before her birthday, because after all, the higher aspiration they have at every stage in their life, the happier they'll be in later stages in life. Or that's what they say anyway. So, she is out of her crib to come play around, have some fun. Meanwhile, James wakes up in his now very age-inappropriate room. Yes, it's very much still decorated as if he was a little kid. They'll have to do something about that at some point, but it's not an immediate necessity. Now James decides to come read a book. Being a knowledge sim and all, he finds this very interesting. Reading some interesting stories. Not sure what he's reading. Probably something very exciting. Anyway, here comes Lucy. Time for her to wake up herself. And she also comes downstairs. First, wanting to play the piano, but it doesn't take her very long into playing till she decides that she's not really in the mood for it anyway. So she comes over to James and decides to read herself. Wonder what she's reading. Probably Twilight, who knows. But anyway, it's very soon getting on to morning time, and the environment meter is so low that they don't want to wait until the maid comes to clean it up. So James just does it himself. Because when the environment meter is so low, it brings the general meter down, and when that happens, they don't want to do things like do homework or study or do anything that might improve their skill points. But things are a little bit better now, enabling Lucy to play the piano. It does help that her aspiration meter is way up. That definitely makes a lot more possible than it otherwise would have been. Yes. But James still has some homework to do, and he asks his mom for help. But it's too late, and Lucy has to go off to the office. And James doesn't get much of a chance to start because he has to go to school as well. Oh well, he'll just have to finish his homework another day. It is Friday after all, so he has all weekend. Anyway, back inside the house, Allie is playing away at her little toy set there, and she's gained a skill point already. It's a very good thing. It's always wonderful to have skill points gained so early in life, because it, as we know, helps you later. Speaking of skills, Puck is going to help Allie to get a very important skill, and also a big boost of aspiration that will ensure that she goes into the next phase of her life very happily. Yep, that's right. She is finally maxing out her potty skill. And with it, her aspiration meter goes from, kind of bad as it was, to very, very good. So, pretty much Allie is set to grow up now. I mean, she doesn't need to, strictly speaking, doesn't need to learn to walk or talk just yet. Those skills will come automatically when she becomes a child. I guess it's just struck down from from above with lightning or something. But anyway, maid's finally here to start cleaning up the mess. This must be her least favorite stop of the day because they're such a messy family. But Allie wasn't that hungry after all, so Puck's just going to put her to bed. And she's going to fall asleep. But he's going to come and read a book. Yes. Not sure what he's reading. Possibly the novelization of the Phantom Menace. Yeah, who knows? It's possible. But we're going to skip on until 1 in the afternoon when James comes home from his high school. Yes, he's only a freshman right now, but he's going to move up the grades. And even though his fun's all the way down and he didn't do his homework, he still apparently did well enough to throw a mini party out front in front of the bus, blocking the way for his classmate to come off, because he invited his friend over to hang out with him. So, now it's time to play some video games. Yes, I think James does have a bit of his Aunt Sue in him when it comes to gaming. And then he's joined by, what's his name right there? I totally forget his name. But we're going to play some games. But now, Puck is up once again from his nap. Allie is up from her little nap. And now she is really hungry. So Puck is going to get some food ready. He's going to make hamburgers or something. And he's going to give Allie a little bite of it. Of course, she's very impatient and she's throwing a fit until she gets her food, which is perfectly natural. But there it is. Now she has her food and she can eat happily. Of course, it's been chopped up into little bites for her. Alright, and now it's dinner time. James joins his father at the dinner table for some food. Yes, Lucy will be home from work at any moment. Yes, James's friend, whatever his name is, he joins them as well. Dinner is always a good time for chat. And pretty soon Allie will be able to join them at the tables. This is the very last time that she will have to sit in that high chair. But Lucy is home from work. No promotions or anything. She still needs a few skill points before that can happen, but she can work on those over the weekend. So she needs to run to the bathroom herself. There's not too many times for bathroom breaks on these, crazy political trips. But she's happy to come home to a nice hamburger. Yes, everybody likes hamburgers. I believe I went over that in one of the other videos. So, James decides he wants to go downtown by himself for the first time because, well, he doesn't like his tracksuit too much. It's not his preferred, not his preferred style of clothing. So he's going to call the cab and get a ride downtown. Besides, you never know who you're going to meet down there. Well, there he goes. Out of the house and into the cab for some downtown adventures. Yep, James is out on the town. So we come here to the Stratford Strip, the default location for any of these guys going out. So James goes to look on some clothes, and he's met inside by a girl from his class called Kendra, who wants to say hi to him. And so they start chatting, and they seem to be having a pretty good conversation. Probably all like, fancy meeting you here, and other such stuff. And it's a very good thing. Yes. It's kind of funny. Sometimes I imagine them literally saying what's in their speech bar, like, oh, violin, violin, eggs, eggs. But that's probably not what they're really saying, if we could really understand them. But, anyway, Jim and Kendra talk for quite a while, until the night falls. James momentarily not really caring about the reason that he got there, which was to buy some more clothes. But they're having a good time, and apparently she thought his joke was really funny. But eventually he does want to get back to looking at clothes. After all, he doesn't want to walk around in that silly tracksuit all the time. So, he's going to see what's available for him here at the store. Going to wear something nicer. Makes it look like he's always out jogging. Although I think Mike, when he was a teenager, he liked to walk around in a tracksuit. But then again, he was always working out. So, maybe that makes some form of sense. So, James is going to try on something. It's a cool shirt, but ew, look at those pants. Those are Puck's old pants. Eek. No. No, 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 no. Yes. Bad. Take those pants off and think about what you did. But, anyway, we're not going to worry about that because he's going to buy 2 or 3 new shirts and also a couple new pairs of pants. So, James has pretty much decided what he wants, so he's going to proceed to the checkout counter, spend a little bit of money, buy those things, and then he won't have to walk around in that silly tracksuit. It's a wonderful thing. So before he goes back home to the rest of the family, he's going to see what's going on in the arcade. Kendra is there talking to this guy who I believe is called Patrick Vu. He's a neighbor that's been around since the time of Mike and Laura. And he's just hanging out there with them. And when Kendra sees James over, she comes and joins him at a game of pinball. The alien-themed pinball. Yes, it's a very fun thing. Yep, they're having lots of fun there in the arcade. But it's time to leave. So, James goes and he calls for a cab to take him back to the house. But as he's calling the cab, he notices somebody else walk by. Somebody else from his school. So, before the cab gets here, he wants to go and say hi. Yes, she has knee-high boots and a spiky collar, so she looks like trouble. But he goes to say hi anyway, and immediately she starts being a little bitchy and saying, oh, I don't want to hear it, and turning away and talking him down. Yep, well, that kind of sucks. But anyway, it doesn't matter because it's time to go home. So James gets on the taxi for a little ride back to the house. He's probably very happy with the night out he's had. He has his clothes. And so, back to the house, where night hasn't fallen yet because of some strange glitch in the space-time continuum. But everyone's sort of relaxing, and Lucy thinks it's about time that she calls all the family over for the birthday party. Because, after all, Allie's birthday is today. Today she is a child. So everyone starts to come over, including her twin sister Amanda, who's very happy to see Allie. I think Amanda has a special interest in Allie because she's the first girl of the family. I mean, now Amaya is also there, but she was still, Allie was still first, even though she is slightly younger than Amaya. But now it is time for the party. Today, James will have the honor of bringing his little sister down to the cake for her birthday. So, here he comes with his little sister. And soon, everyone else should be filtering out of the house to join in the celebrations. Yes, it wasn't that long ago that James was here at the cake himself. In fact, it was the very last episode. But everyone's making their way down there now. Friends and family. And everybody. That's a very exciting event. Birthdays are always fun. There's milling about. We've got party hats. Alright. Yes, Allie, make a wish. If you can. Ah, very nice guy, James is. Helps blows out the candles for his little sister. But, there we go. Now all that's left to do is watch her transform. So, there she goes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Allie is now a child. Yep, no more diapers for the summer dreams. No more porta potty or little potties and all those kind of things. No longer needed. Well, anyway, people start to go back into the house. Allie has a little piece of cake there because everybody likes cake. And that was a fast. She ate that cake pretty fast, but everyone's inside. Sue is going where else but to the video games, because that's what Sue likes to do at any rate. She's probably sneaking in and beating all Lucy's high scores, and Lucy's going to be all mad when she comes in and looks and sees that she's been usurped. But Lucy's outside talking to Amanda. Yes. It is quite different, quite interesting how different the twins look these days. But now they too come into the house. It's probably a little nippy out there, or maybe it's not, it's hard to tell. There is no weather at this point. But now, Allie has gone and changed her hairstyle. So take a look at that. Her new hair and clothes. Giving a good hug from her big brother. But now, it is time to do some remodeling. We have a couple major things to do. Well, first of all, we need to create a new room over here. And we have to make a room for James that is suitable for him as a teenager. And we need a room that is suitable for Allie as a child. Yes, they have quite a bit of money saved up. They're not going to spend all of it, or even that much of it. Just enough to get things going for their kids in their new stage of life. Yes, this is going to be James' room over here, next to the bathroom. So James is going to have to pick out a new color for his wall, because he doesn't really like the standard flowering pattern that's in the house, nor does he really like the wallpaper that's in his bedroom right now. He thinks he can do better. So we're going to have this blue color, and we'll get rid of this bed because he's kind of outgrown it. His feet push up against the board when he tries to sleep, so he wants a new bed. Alright, get rid of all that stuff. Yep, all the stuff for babies and toddlers they're going to sell because Lucy and Puck don't plan on having any other kids. That's it for them. They are very happy with the two they have. And now we're going to have a little pink for Allie, and we're going to look at some colors for walls. Maybe this creamy yellow and white trim. That might be prettier or it might be hideous. I really have no idea. Yes, and so we're going to give Allie her own bed. Yes, we'll make it that color. Yes, it's a nice, modern-looking girl's bedroom. We are going to move James's old toy box into there and give her a doll house, because I'm sure she'll love to play with dolls. And before I forget, we're going to give James a nice big double bed, something he can really stretch out in. And that is the end of the remodel. An empty room for now. So yes, the upstairs hallways looks very different now. And it's bedtime for the family. So everybody comes over to their respective rooms to get some sleep. Yes, it's the weekend now, but Allie will have to go to school on Monday and really get things going in this new phase of her life. But for now, she's sleepy, so she's going to head off to bed. Meanwhile, James is relaxing in his new large bed, which I'm sure he must find much more comfortable than his old bed. And finally, Lucy and Puck are going to bed now. The party was a great success, which of course is a big boost to a popularity sim such as Lucy. She is very happy about this. Yes. So, they're going to the bed after a long and very successful day. Yes. It's hard to believe now how old their kids are getting, but now they're entering a new stage of their life, and it's all good. See you later, everybody.